Before you start your search to buy a business, you need to assess your skills and your interests to determine what business is going to be the best fit for you. Now, the best way to do this is just start looking at websites like bizbuysell.com and BizQuest. Go to those sites, do a national search. You're not going to buy these businesses. Do a national search. Don't look at the numbers. Just look at all the different types of businesses there are that are out there for sale, and start making a list of what you think are a good fit for you and what fit your interest and your skills. And remember, the size doesn't matter. The numbers don't matter. You shouldn't be evaluating these on financial metrics at this point. It's just, I think this business is good for me because of the type of business it is and what they do. And there are lots of reasons why you want to search for businesses that fit you versus just looking at broad financial metrics. So one, you're more likely going to find your business through a business broker. You may find your business for sale by owner or through an off-market search, but odds are you're going to find it through a broker. And you're going to need to get past that broker. That's, a lot of people don't like working with brokers, or brokered searches get a bad name because people are looking at businesses, acquiring at businesses that they have no business acquiring about. If you have no plumbing experience, you shouldn't be inquiring about a plumbing business. And if you have no plumbing experience, you should expect the broker to ignore your inquiry into that plumbing business. So the problem isn't the brokered business market, it's how you're approaching the business market if you're inquiring on businesses that you really have no qualifications for. So when acquiring on a business for the first time, you're gonna need to sell the broker and the seller on your abilities to buy that business. Do you have the financial ability? Do you have the skills to run the business? Because the seller doesn't want to sell a business to you that you're just going to run into the ground. They want to make sure that you're going to be successful, and the broker doesn't want to take unqualified buyers to see their customer. And also, if you're looking to buy a business, you really do want to have some base core skills such as management experience and sales experience. Now, you don't need to have a lot, but you're going to have a hard time convincing a seller that you can run a company if you've never managed people. And also, you're going to have a hard time getting a multi-million-dollar loan out of a lender if you have no experience managing people. So they are going to want to see some management experience from you and or some sales experience, because every small business, ultimately, the owner is the chief sales officer. So you're going to have to sell your business's products or services in some way if you own it. Now, when assessing the business, your experience doesn't need to be direct. I'd say one good example is often there's a lot of businesses that really at their core are rental businesses. People that have backgrounds in real estate can usually do well here, or also people with IT backgrounds, because these rental businesses really end up being logistics businesses. So people with IT or project management backgrounds can do really well in those rental businesses. One real world example, we bought a portable toilet business with a partner who had a background in IT and project management. So we bought this business, they were running it everything on pencil and paper with no real processes in place. So he came in, he put in a lot of automation, he put in a lot of processes and managed logistics of the company. And his IT background and his project management were a perfect fit for that. So did he have experience in the portable toilet business? No. But did he have experience in logistics and setting up process? Yes. And also he had a good background in marketing, because ultimately, again, marketing and sales, being an owner of that business, once the logistics is set up and automated, his time is spent out marketing and selling and getting new customers. And I'll just say, portable toilet businesses are great businesses because a lot of different backgrounds can come in and run them. And a lot of people don't want to buy it because they don't want to work with poop. So you can get a really good deal if you're willing to deal with working in the poop industry. We bought another similar business where one of our partners, they had background in software sales, and we went and bought a hearth and fire company. They just kind of install indoor and outdoor fireplaces in high-end homes. So he was able to come in, automate some of the back office processes. We actually helped him with that automation. And then he focused on sales. So he had a really strong sales background. He's been able to go out and do sales and build relationships. He even just started working with one of the largest home builders in the country. Key here is that if you have a really strong sales background, that can really widen the net for you. And you can use that across a lot of different industries and business types. So your experience doesn't need to be literal that you've worked in that industry. There are lots of ways that you can transfer skills into that industry. But it is going to be very tough if, say, you're fresh out of school and you've never managed people and you've never really done sales and you're going into an industry that you've never worked in. You're probably not going to get past the brokers. You're going to have a hard time getting a buyer to accept your offer. And then I don't think you're going to be able to get a bank to do your loan in that situation, because the bank is going to look at your resume and they're going to assess what they think is your ability to run that business. Now, I'd say connecting the right person to the right business is an art. I think it's something that our team really excels at, and it's really our differentiator. Our partner, Katie, runs all of that, and she is the master of matching the right person with the right business. So if you do want to work with us in our partner program to help you with that matching, you can always reach out and we can help you directly. So if you want us to help match you with the best business for your background and your skills, just check out the link in our bio and let's buy a business together.